Good times for all. There's Zachary's about here. Let me, it might, no, we're still good. Okay. We are picking out a spot for Cammy and Bob's fire pit and compost pile. Now this isn't going to be like a gathering fire pit, anything like that. Um, this will be just for strictly doing like yard work fire pit. Cleared out quite a bit. As you can see down to the river a lot more now. Um, yeah, it's amazing what you can do with a couple hand tools, how you can change the view of something. But we're going to be picking out a spot for a fire pit and a compost. The compost, I'm thinking, is going to be right over here. I'm only seeing this. What do we got here? There's a couple different kinds. Oh, I think that might be some type of berry right here. It's got the... I'm just guessing that because of the thorns. And this looks like a wild grape right here, maybe. Something like that. It's just ground covering though. It spreads out real far. When I pick a compost spot, I want to pick a spot where not a lot of things grow. You're not going to be fighting back a bunch of plants that are taking the nutrients out of your compost pile. In Indiana, what I did was I built, well, they were already up, but these walls, these 3 6-foot walls, and I put the compost pile right in the middle of that. The guy who set it up was a very wise man. But I'm thinking usually about a 6-foot by 6-foot area. It's going to have a lot of pine needles fall in it, but that's not horrible. It'll make your soil a little more acidic with all the pine needles, but you can counteract that with other stuff. So I'm thinking this is where the compost pile is going to be. Again, you want to pick a spot where not a lot of things are growing. I know it looks like this is a lot of stuff growing, but it's like 2 different plants, that's it. And it just spreads out in vines everywhere. So I'm going to pick a spot with, I'm thinking this for the compost. You don't want it too close to the house. If you do it right, it doesn't smell too bad, but it can sometimes. Yeah, look at that. Cleared all that out down there. And now you can actually see the river and all the running water. We're going to work on some steps maybe today, right through here. What are you doing, bonehead? But yeah, this is a pretty little property back here. Some of the brush that we've cut down, cleared out a lot of stuff in here. Cleared out a bunch throughout here. Look at the size of this. I've never seen one that big. I've seen them growing off the sides and take over some of it, but this thing went like all the way around. Look at that thing. I'd like to make something out of that. I cut down a lot of trees that there's a lot of the bigger ones around. These guys right here. They're all the same couple trees. So I got rid of a bunch of the smaller ones down here. But when you go to clear out something like this, one thing I like to do, I got so many walking sticks I'm going to be making. But one thing, like this was the only one of these out here. So I left it, you know, even though it blocks the view a little bit. It's got these little berries on it. Not sure what it is yet, haven't looked. Animals, seems like birds might like it. You could tell because there's a bunch of them that have been picked off there. But yeah, look at this. I know, Nicholas, that's crazy, isn't it, man? Yeah, this is the view from Bob and Cammy's backyard right here. Well, I'm in Bob and Cammy's backyard, yeah. But I like to keep plants when I go to cut down and clear out a place like this, I got a lot of cleaning up to do. There's a lot of thorns in here. I want to put a walkway in for them over this way, and then go down along the edge maybe, something like that. I'll show you the walkway that they have. Mimosa trees are pretty abundant here in South Carolina, I'm finding. I noticed and like this one right here, I kept this little guy, not sure what it is. This pine right here, not sure what it was. This one here, just things that are a little bit different. I'm letting them grow. If I see a bunch of something, I'll clear out a lot of it. And all these are, yeah, this is, Nicholas, this is definitely God's country. Yeah, look at that. You look down there and that's what you see. The other way, it's like a path that goes behind people's houses. They picked a really nice little, it's not even a subdivision. It's like one road with a road coming off of it, and there's no through traffic at all. Yeah, all these are briars right here. All these, there's some big old thorns on some of these things. But this right here is a mimosa tree. There's a mimosa tree. There's another mimosa tree. These little guys are mimosa. So we're going to be making some medicine. That's what the mimosa looks like right there. And believe it or not, this right here, I would bet, is a tree that fell over and then got calcified, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, the flower. I can't wait to see the flowers. And then yeah, here's their step down. It's you gotta take a really big step here. It wouldn't be as easy for older people, so I'm gonna fix this up a little bit. I'm kind of scared to do too much because the water has risen this high. Just last year, it came all the way up above this bank right here. So I'm thinking of putting the fire pit down right over here where there's no trees right above it. And I'm not gonna put a whole lot of work into it. You know, I'll gather stones and whatnot, but I just don't want all hard work getting washed away. But yeah, look at this. Tell me that doesn't look like tree bark. And it's all mineral. That's all, look at it. I'm gonna get a scrub brush or a power washer and come out here and scrub this thing down. But yeah, you can see all the mineral in it. It's just real dirty. And I'd like to come out here with the metal detector and check out. Yeah, we're gonna put some hydroelectric in. One right here I'm thinking would be a really good spot. I don't know, it gets real crazy when it rains real hard and all this water just washes all over this stuff. Wow, you can see I haven't seen it like this before because it just did that water thing earlier in the week and cleaned off a lot of this rock. Look at that, that's all crystal. This is a giant tree that fell. Man, it's crazy. You can almost see the different ring layers down in there. And it looks so much like bark, just huge, like giant bark. And it's all been crystallized. It's all been calcified from the water running over it and laying in the water. Are you being a water dog, hanker-panker? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think it is petrified wood. And look, you can see the water flows right through there. What is that? We don't want any of that stuff. Whoa! What is this? I'm gonna get some waders here. Yeah. But yeah, it's not rock. I mean, when you clean this stuff up, it looks beautiful. Look at that. It's just real dirty. It's all crystallized, mineralized. Yeah, I'm gonna get some waders. I think this is all. So I've been doing a little bit of research on the mimosa plants. And the neighbors up over here, they'd like these cleared out. As you can see, they cut them back quite often. You'll get a bunch of different growth coming out. This one was cut off right there. That one there. Ooh, look at this guy. Oh, alright, I'll quit bothering you. I'm sorry. You're gonna need to find a new place to dwell there, bud, though. But yeah, I'll be able to get to these roots a lot easier. When you're collecting mimosa for making medicine, like the bark here, the bark there on those bigger ones, you'd be able to collect a lot more. But there's only about I think it's 0.03% that's in the bark up here, and down here in the roots, it's 1% of the DMT. Yeah, look at this. That definitely fit together at one time. And now look at this wall too. Look at that. Does that look like something that is not brick at all? It looks like it's been concreted over, but it looks like there was a wall here, an old looking wall. And then you can see once it gets, see the water comes rushing over even all this when it really comes down. It pours all over this whole edge. You can see where it drops down right here. And then there's a spot way up over there on that part of the wall where the water will start coming over as well. But yeah, that reminded me of something old and ancient. And a boulder. They had a chair right here and it got swooped away during the flood. Kind of an eyesore. I'm gonna have to come and cut that thing out of here once I get my waders. But yeah, it's coming along. I gotta clean up all these trees and stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to show that to y'all. Quite beautiful back in here. But yeah, we're gonna have to do something about those steps. But yeah, I'm thinking fire pit, like right around here somewhere. I want to leave enough room for people to walk by the trail. But just a small fire pit for burning up all the brush. All this stuff. This is gold right here. I know I see a lot of pine needles, but underneath that stuff, it's not just clay. Look at that. This is going to be Bob and Cammie's garden soil right here. All this stuff. I see a lot of people growing straight into red clay. And it seems like it would be hard to do, like such a hassle. And I know if that's what you're used to and that's what you've always done, that's what you're going to do. That's what you know. But yeah, I'm definitely going to implement a lot of red clay into the soil that I'm using just because of the high iodine content of this area. I'd like to get a lot of that iodine in there. Look at that. So yeah, when you're going to clear stuff out, keep the funky looking bushes, the ones you don't see, you know, hundreds of. Never know what they might be. There's a weird looking tree. All right, we'll go do something else. Well, I'm thinking raspberries all up along the side here. Down this side. Blackberries maybe. Some kind of a berry patch or something right here, a bush. Some kind of fruit, something or other. Come on, bonehead. I think Buster's out. I think your buddy's out. You want to go say hi to Buster? Oh, he's up on the porch. Hey, hey. Don't go too far. You see Buster? Well, come on. Yeah, we're going to build a, it's a pretty solid foundation. Put a patio right here. Is Buster down there? The neighbor dog. No, he's not down there. Okay. Come on. Come on. Hank's got a buddy, a neighbor buddy. Yeah, I'm going to clear out. I'm going to ask them. I think they wanted me to. I'm not sure. Hey, come on. No, hey, hey. No pottying on Buster's property. Okay? No, come on. You do your business in your yard. Yeah, look at that. So yeah, again, fire pit, always put them somewhere where there isn't trees just overhead. You know, you want to give it plenty of room. I'll show it to you when I'm done. You just dig out a hole. I usually like to do it almost a foot deep and then add air, like a ventilation chute, and then build up rocks around that. You always want a couple air inlets and outlets. And then right here, I'm thinking for the compost. It's away from the gazebo. It's on the other side of your trail. But the main thing is that it's nice and shaded. And as you can see, this is like one or two different types of plants right here. These are all the same. So it's a vine that's just stretching out and grabbing all kinds of stuff. There's a couple other plants in here, but they're the same trees as I'm finding everywhere. Oh, there he is. So yeah, compost pile right here. Always put it somewhere that's nice and shaded, or create some shade for it, so you don't have to fight back all the local annuals, the wild annuals and perennials, like the dandelions and the clover and stuff like that, that it just gets everywhere. Yeah, and I'll show it to you when I'm done. Pretty much I like to dig a 1 to 2 foot hole, fill it with a bunch of dead leaves and stuff like that, all that kind of good stuff, and then I cover it with dirt, and the dirt kind of eats it up. It all turns into like black gold. And then after that, I burn all as much as I can of the shrubs and stuff like that. Throw all your ash in there as well. That'll help out a lot. And add some lime, some manure if possible, all that kind of good stuff. But I'm gonna get out of here. Thank y'all for joining me. Wasn't a seed thing or anything like that, just showing where I'm planning on putting the compost pile and the fire pit for burning yard waste, stuff like that. But 2 so important things to having your garden and getting your garden, you know, ready. It's so much more than just having the garden. You really want your compost pile going before your garden even starts. That's why we're going to start it in the fall. And your fire pit, of course, is like a main staple if you're, wanting to live off the land somewhere. You have to have a fire pit. It's imperative. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that, Sean. Thanks for joining me, brother. Like I say, if there's at least one person out there that learned something or shares some knowledge with me, then it was worth it. Uh-oh, is Buster out? Yay! I'll show you Buster real quick. Hank's buddy, they run up and down the fence. They've met. Is that the big Buster? There he is. He's such a good boy. What are you doing, Hank Pank? He wants to run and play. Yeah, here's the view. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That's what really got Cammy, was seeing all that. But that's it. I'm going to get out of here, play with Buster a little bit, and get working. Yeah, me too, Sean. I love them. They're the best. But I will see you guys later. Love y'all. This is Good Times for All here signing out. As always, thanks for watching.